When working on my research, I've chosen these 4 Sustainable Development Goals because they align the best with the mission of the company. As I've chosen an aerospace manufacturing company, exploring the environmental environment-related goals is quite exciting. And as well, most of the initiatives and information that I found in company sustainability reports were tackling these specific sustainable development goals. The company I've chosen for the report is GKN, a leading aerospace manufacturing company owned by Melrose Industries plc, together with other divisions like GKN Automotive, GKN Power Systems, etc. The key competitors of GKN Aerospace are Airbus, Boeing, BAE Systems, Rolls-Royce Power Systems. The current industry trends. Sustainable aviation fuel has been such a buzzword for the industry for the past years. And it's in one of the recent in-sector interim targets for 2050, the UK government has published quite a few targets related to SAF. As we can see in the middle of the diagram, there is a 2030 target of at least 10 sustainable aviation fuel in UK aviation fuel mix. Which in turn caused organizations to panic, basically, and develop new technologies related to sustainable aviation fuel, like SAF, compatible engines and power systems. Optimization of manufacture energy consumption is not a new thing. Companies for years have been installing new LD lighting to save some electricity. Then synthetic training is slightly more interesting one. For example, BAE Systems have used digital twin technology when training their pilots. They used the indoor in the indoor digital environment. They are mimicking the outdoor experiences that can be faced by pilots to train them, and in that way cost a lot of in that way save a lot of costs on transportation and also on just generally maybe fuel use, I'd say. Another use of digital twins was done by Rolls-Royce, where they actually created a duplication of their engines in digital environment to test them in digital environment, which helped save a lot of testing costs and generally reduce waste enormously. As well as additive manufacturing, it helps reduce a lot of waste when 3D printing instead of cutting out. Although the organization shows clear commitment to planet and the society, in terms of Melrose Group, as they set a lot of UN SDG targets in sustainability reports, the GKN aerospace targets are quite underdeveloped. And in fact, the report of GKN aerospace division consists only of 5 pages without any really scientifically based targets, which obviously needs improvement and impacts all of the further scores. Like communication, they cannot communicate openly about UN SDGs because they don't really mention UN SDGs in JKN Aerospace report, although Melrose does mention them, and all the targets, they're kind of passed in top-down approach to the divisions like JKN Aerospace. There has to be specific targets set by JKN Aerospace in order to meet the targets set by Melrose, and it hasn't really worked that way, unfortunately, in this company. Yeah, so they do lack transparency. Yeah, there is a team. So there is a sustainability lead team in GKN Aerospace, but it is underdeveloped looking at their reports. However, their collaborations are really commendable. They do boast a lot of really exciting collaborations with a lot of other reputable companies and institutions. So because their reporting of what they've already done before is not very science-based, their targets cannot be science-based as well. As we can see, the whole Melrose group is only working towards the industry standard frameworks, which I mentioned here, such as CASASB, TCFD, CDP, etc. So if basically the top level of the organization doesn't have the industry standard reporting, how come others have it, right? They don't do a lot of research, but they do participate in a lot of keynote speeches and conferences, which is a good thing. Lack of personalization due to little information on SDG initiatives undertaken by JKN Aerospace. Here we can see the representation of all the marks I've given to each criteria. So their key strengths and weaknesses are, let's start with strengths. Clear aspiration for higher sustainability standards. Great. Specifically, achieving net zero is just heavily addressed in many initiatives that they're working on. They have strong partnerships and they are an active participant in many international conversations about sustainability. Though they have a weak sustainability analytics system, no division-specific UN SDGs, targets that are in place lack justification, and no industry standard reporting, as in, say, Airbus or Boeing. So as part of the digital initiative, I suggest digital twin technology and sustainability reporting and standardization and automatization initiative as a supportive initiative of that, and we'll see why in the process mapping diagram. So the reason for the digital twin technology is the rise of new SAF technology, which basically which definitely raises the competition standards for current leaders. They have to meet specific targets set by the government, which are quite soon. So they really need a lot of work on that. Yeah, also digital twin technology was surprisingly not adopted by the organization yet, and however, they had a lot of determination towards efficient production, and they could use digital technology when testing to avoid the production costs and save a lot of time. Here we can see how it's going to work. So I suggest collaborating with Alan Turing Institute, which have proven to have experience in iris-based digital twin development. We will start with data collection and KPIs, well, with a little backend, agile, loop, and front-end agile loop, which will then come into integration of front-end and back-end, tested by security and compliance, and integrated into existing Internet of Things in place at the organization, then tested, staff trained, and the benefits are the improved energy efficiency due to more effective manufacturing, higher new sustainable tech development potential with a higher speed, and because they are able to develop more efficiently with higher speed and in larger capacity, they're actually able to tackle climate change better and faster. So if you look at this, the digital twin technology is definitely the first solution, and I'd say like a 70% solution, taking up the most space as it tackles UN sustainability goals mentioned to be of very high importance to the organization. And the other technology, which is sustainable, standardized sustainable reporting platform that will help gather data from the organization and then organize it due to multiple reporting standards, will help improve all the TRIP scores of the organization. So as we can see, with the development of the new technology, let's probably start with business intelligence, right? So the new business intelligence technology will be developed, which will automatically bring the score up to 5, since it's going to be developed up to the highest standards. And from there, we can see that the transparency will be improved directly, and different things in responsiveness, like better team, dedicated sustainability team, as they will be trained and basically gain a little bit more knowledge on sustainability reporting. So yeah, the scores Mark 4 will be addressed indirectly and improved indirectly. So with the two initiatives, the organization will be able to both tackle its major UN sustainability goals that are in focus and improve its TRIP score. Thank you.